Okay, so my wife, a 25-year-old female, almost cheated on me, a 27-year-old male, and I'm not sure where to go from here. Really? Meaning he's not sure what to do. Never ceases to amaze me. Boy, men put women on these high pedestals, and they get this scarcity mentality to such an extent where they don't think they can find somebody else, which is a reflection of how they feel about themselves, which is clearly not very good, because if they felt very good about themselves, they would know, they would believe that they could find somebody else. This guy clearly thinks he can't. If he's going to tolerate his wife almost cheating. By the way, what does that mean, almost cheating? Well, she gave him a blowjob but didn't let him bang her? I don't know what that means. Almost cheated on me. Would you walk in on her when she was getting undressed and he was getting undressed? That's cheating. Okay? But I'm not going to leave her because it didn't happen. That's like that attempted murder bullshit. Isn't attempted murder like the only crime, one of the very few, where you essentially get rewarded for failure? Well, you tried to kill him, but you failed, so we'll only give you 20 years instead of life without parole. I mean, well, Jesus Christ, it's so ridiculous to me. I never understood that. If somebody's an attempted murderer, they should go to jail for the same amount of time as a murderer, okay? I mean, what's the only difference between a murderer and an attempted murderer? Well, one succeeded and the other failed, but they both tried to kill. The only difference is the outcome, but the intent was the same. Why would there be a different level of punishment? Well, the outcome was different. Yeah, I mean, one was stupider than the other. I'm too stupid to succeed in killing a meat bag. That's real hard to kill a person, right? Yeah, that's real tough. Yeah, if you're too stupid to kill somebody, you'll get rewarded with a lesser jail sentence. And if you're too stupid to cheat successfully, well, then maybe your husband will still stick it out and stay with you. Unbelievable. I'm too dumb to commit murder. Well, we'll reward you then with only 15 years instead of 50. Yeah. Anyhow, before I get into this story more in-depthly, I would like to ask those of you out there who like and appreciate the raw, red-pilled nature of my content and the way I jimmy my shoulders here, because I can't dance for shit, to consider going and checking out my website, therealistphilosopher.com, and clicking on that donate button, okay? There's 3 ways that you can donate. Number 1, Bitcoin, baby. You want to send me some Bitcoin? Any denomination, $1, $5, whatever. Amount of dollar bills. It's up to you. You can send it to my Bitcoin wallet address. Number 2, Cash App. So on the screen, my Cash App address. Cash App is a free app you download. You can send and receive money anonymously for free. And number 3, my Patreon. Now, my Patreon is a per-piece platform, monthly subscription style. You donate $1. I make about 8 pieces a month, so that's $8 a month, 50 cents, $4 a month. Whatever you can afford, any amount is greatly appreciated, and you get a lot of perks, by the way, if you donate and contribute to my content creation. So go check that out. TheRealistPhilosopher.com. That is TheRealistPhilosopher.com, and click on that donate button. I could really use your help, guys. Okay, so my wife almost cheated. I'm not sure what to do. So I'll try to add any relevant details before what happened. Yeah, to make as many excuses for her as possible. My wife and I met 6 years ago, and within months had an unexpected pregnancy. There's a solution for that. Not having sex. Or if you have sex, she takes birth control. You use a condom. This progressed the relationship rather quick. Well, I imagine. She was looking for a, baby daddy, a beta buck dude, somebody to pay the bills. Yeah. So it progressed rather quick, and we got married less than a year after our daughter was born. Because I felt like that was what we were supposed to do. Well, it's not what you're supposed to do, okay? The years of the shotgun wedding are over, pal. The years of doing the right thing are over. You did the right thing back in 1900. When social mores were different, when you knew that if she married you, she wasn't going anywhere else because there was so much social stigma involved. Now, there's nothing keeping her there. Oh, she signed a contract? Well, it's not binding. It's not binding. And if she does break it, you're the one who pays, not her. So she's incentivized to leave you because she'll get half your shit. And you'll have to pay out the nose. until that kid hits 18. Lovely. That's just great. And if you're dumb enough to stay married to her for 10 years in some places, you got to pay alimony forever. Yeah, so you're not supposed to do that anymore, okay? Things have been pretty good for the most part. But last year I left my job to get an internship while going back to school full time. You left your job to get an internship? And you're 27? Failure to launch, pal? Did you go to university? Let me get this straight, okay? You were dumb enough to knock some broad up, and then you were doubly stupid by marrying her, thereby increasing your risk and increasing the loss that would be incurred if and when she eventually left you. I see. And increasing your burden as well. And at a time when you need all the money you can make, you quit your fucking job to take an internship. Do internships pay? I know the government has been fiddling around again in the private market and trying to get rid of internships and make them all paid, so now there's no more internships. Very few anyway. Does this internship pay money? Oh my God. So right away we see one of this guy's big problems is bad decision-making skills. You know, I've said this for a long time, and I'll continue saying it. Almost everything wrong with you and your life is, guess what? Your fault. You made a bad decision along the way, or you continue to make bad decisions, and you're so lacking in self-awareness, you don't see it. So you blame other people. I have me a daughter and a wife to take care of. Probably dumb enough to buy a house with her, too. But I'm going to quit my job. Smart, pal. Yeah, so I left my job to get an internship while going back to school full time. Where's the money coming from? Is she working? I mean, how's she working and taking care of the kid? I mean, the money is so tight that you're going back to school and getting internships so that maybe in the future you can make more money. I doubt you can afford a nanny. What is your mommy or her mommy taking care of the kids while she goes to work? Oh, boy, wonderful. You people are such geniuses with your wonderful decision-making. My wife hasn't worked since our daughter was born. Uh-oh! Another red flag, yo! She quit her job almost immediately after marrying you. Who is now 5, and we have a 2-year-old as well. So you compounded the problem of marrying somebody that you probably shouldn't have married by having another kid. The whole time we have been together, she has dealt with depression and has her ups and downs. See, I told you you'd be making excuses for her. I'm like a psychic. Except not, because there's no such thing. About 2 months ago, she started to change. No, she's just showing you who she really is. She's not changing. She's just got comfortable enough and feels like she's got you locked down enough that she can now show you who she really is. She was working out daily, and started to become more distant with me. Working out, so she wasn't working out before, but she just out of nowhere started working out. She got a side dude that she wants to look good for. So for 5 years, she's not working out for you. And then just somewhere, for some reason, out of the clear blue, she starts working out and at the same time becoming more distant. And when a man says more distant, that includes or often talks directly about the bedroom. So she's having less sex with you and working out and trying to look better. But clearly not for you because the less sex thing. So who's it for? Not you. Oh, ding, 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 ding. Red flags. Bells are going off. I've been really stressed with working 35 hours a week while full-time in an engineering school. So you went back to work. Okay. He's not giving us clear timeline. So for some time, he quit his job and went back to school full-time and took an internship and then started working again. Oh, wait a second. I've been really stressed with working 35 hours a week while going to an engineering school full-time. And recently, my doctor diagnosed me with depression and anxiety. Yeah. You're working like 100 hours a fucking week when you include your education and your internship, if that's still going on. That's probably over with. So he's talking about, so he went back to work, finished his internship, and now he's in engineering school. So she married a guy with potential, and he's going to engineering school. He's going to be making 6 figures. I see. Very interesting. Yeah. Hopefully, that's enough backstory onto the current situation. Yes, you gave us just enough backstory to make some excuses for her and, to try and, make her look a little better. Oh, she was depressed and, oh, yeah. Okay, pal. Anyhow, a couple of weeks ago, she started going onto Omegle. What the fuck is Omegle? I don't know what that is. And similar apps. Apps? Oh, what is it? Is Omegle a dating app? What the fuck? Last Friday, she was supposed to go hang out and stay over for a girls' night with a friend of hers. You never let your wife go out on a girls' night out. The only reason that girls go out together, the bars and shit, is to pick up dudes and to get attention from dudes. You don't let women do that, okay? But it turns out she met up with some people who she was chatting with on apps. So she's got really bad judgment as well. Very poor decision-making skills. So interesting. So she's meeting total strangers that she met online. It's a good way to get yourself killed and stuffed in a trunk. Oh, my God. I was upset about this considering I am dealing with insecurity and depression and missing us being closer. Yeah. She's looking for a better dude, man. She's looking for a hotter dude. She's looking for a Chad that she can bang while you continue to take care of her and pay the bills. Then this morning I noticed my car was almost out of gas when yesterday I had a quarter tank. I checked my dash cam and discovered she went out around 2:30 in the morning and met a guy from these chatting apps. So I was literally right. She had the total complete intention to cheat on him or to follow through and eventually cheat on him, but he caught her before she could. You know what the punishment should be? Divorce! It's worth it, pal. I guarantee you it's worth it, okay? Find your balls and get the fuck out, all right? The dash cam caught when she was leaving, and the guy, oh my God, and her being flirty. He was asking for a kiss goodbye, and she wouldn't give him one, but she said she'd see him again soon to hang out. Ooh. When I confronted her, she said there's nothing wrong as she didn't physically cheat, but whoa. But I still feel like I've been cheated on. That's because you have. The guy clearly has sexual interest in her, and instead of saying, fuck off, I'm married, she's like, I'll meet you again. She's encouraging that sexual interest, which means she's planning to act on it, but it's okay because you caught her before she cheated. Yeah. As if she would tell you if she did cheat. She's just going to have the brains next time to turn off that dash cam. A lot of cars these days have security systems that have 360-degree angle cameras to catch accidents as well as vandals and such for insurance purposes. And it looks like she's not too bright. She didn't realize that, there was a camera in the car. Even though it's her husband's car. Oh my! Yeah. Boy. I want to work on our marriage. Why? She doesn't want to. I've never understood this. It means you have a lack of self-esteem. So you're in a relationship where the other person doesn't want you, but you want to stay with them because you want them. How sick is that? How sick are you that you need to get the validation and approval of someone else so much that you're willing to stay with them even though they don't like you very much? Yeah, you hate me, but it makes me feel better about myself that you still hang around me, even though you hate me. Oh, my Lord, what a loser. Sorry, pal, but yeah, you're kind of a loser. I got to call it like I see it. Oh, man, I want to work on our marriage and get back to being happy together. Were you ever happy? I mean, it sounds like she was just putting on an act so she could get you hooked. That and have somewhere comfortable to live. That's all I see. But I don't know if she's on the same page. No, she's not. Is this guy for real? I don't know. She's on the same page. I'm driving to Florida. She's driving to Maryland. I don't know if we're on the same path or not. You know we're close, pal. She's going in the opposite direction, and you're wondering if you're on the same path? Get the fuck out of here. Wake up, pal. Smell the fucking coffee. She says she isn't happy with herself. Yeah, feminist. Yeah, feminist has led women to live in a constant state of discontent and agitation with their life because they keep imagining things are better, greener grass on the other side of that fence. It ain't. But they think that, so they keep searching until they hit 60, and then they eventually realize they've been lied to, and they get bitter and angry and buy a lot of cats. Yeah, if they don't already have a bunch. So you're not on the same page, pal. She says she isn't happy with herself. I don't know what that means. And us getting tied down so young, she never got to be adventurous. Oh, my God. I got news for you. There is nothing rewarding about banging and clanging a bunch of broads, okay? It has no meaning. It can be fun in the moment, especially if you're young, but when you get older, you realize, oh, I would have been wiser to settle down and find somebody good. Unfortunately, there's very few, if any, people out there who are good and worth settling down with. Yes, hence the search for meaning in life and why so many people become so discontented that they seek to rebel against the system and tear it down for not giving them the ability to find meaning in their life. But now my rebellious nature and me being a revolutionary gives me meaning. Yeah, feminist lefty morons. So she's not happy and she wants to be adventurous. Yeah. By the way, you don't have men running around talking about how, they're going to find themselves and become self-aware and know who they are by banging a lot of chicks. It's only women, for some reason, who seem to think, and of course it's feminism that has taught them, that they will get to know themselves and who they really are if they just have a lot of sex with a lot of dudes. Excuse me, ladies, but isn't this message counterintuitive, contradictory to what feminism teaches? Don't objectify women. You're more than just a collection of holes, ladies. Yeah, use those holes to find your meaning in life and to find out who you are and to find some kind of self-awareness, but you're more than a collection of holes. Oh, yeah, that's so interesting. Yeah. So she wants to find herself by becoming nothing more than a sexual object, which men are not allowed to view women as, but women are allowed to become. And in fact, they're encouraged to do so because, of course, it ruins their ability to pair bond and makes it far less likely they will ever find a man and stick with him long term. Oh, and our life is getting boring. Yeah. Really? I don't get this. This is the problem with feminism. It completely, totally ruins a woman's ability to appreciate the simpler things in life. I mean, I enjoy the simple things in life. I find pleasure and fulfillment in the simple, what most people would consider commonplace aspects of life. Boring. You want to know what people, when I hear somebody say they're bored, what that means to me? They don't know who they are. There's not very much going on upstairs, so they really lack the ability to entertain and keep themselves engaged. Truly self-aware people who are self-actualized and know who they are, they don't get bored. I never get bored. I've been bored my whole fucking life. I know that might seem surprising to some of you. I don't get fucking bored because I'm always engaged with myself. I know who I am. I don't get bored. But she's bored. Yeah. Oh, having some kids and raising kids and creating the next generation. Oh, that's so boring. Yeah. Reddit is there anyway we can get past this, or should I cut my losses? Cut your losses. Look, pal, you can't teach this woman what's important in life. She has to discover it for herself, and you're certainly not going to change her. And if you make the mistake of trying to change somebody else, you're more likely to get sucked into their dysfunction than anything else, okay? And try to move on with a divorce, yes. Even if we divorced, as I'm in school with a reduced income and she's a stay-at-home mom, I don't know if we could even afford for one of us to leave. Okay, well, then finish your schooling, get a good job, and then dump her. Of course, then again, that might get you to the 10-year mark where you're paying alimony forever. At least until she gets remarried, which will never happen because she's getting all that free cheddar, and she's incentivized not to remarry. So, yeah, let me tell you something, pal. There's a reason men get divorced, even though they lose so much. Because it's worth it. You know how you're feeling now? It's going to get even worse. And if you wait too long, you're going to owe alimony forever. Forever. Don't do that. Meanwhile, the longer you wait, the more marital assets build up, the more shit she's going to get. You don't want that. You got to find a way to get out of there, pal. You got to find a way to get out of there. It's really that simple. You need to. If it's not in any way, shape, or form tenable, then you got to find a way to make it work. You got to find a way to make it work, at least in the now. But you got to get out before that 10-year mark. First of all, I don't know where you are. It depends on the state. You need to do some research in regards to marital assets, how long you've been married, and how that affects what percentage she gets of said assets. You need to do some research on alimony laws. Some states don't have that 10-year rule, okay? Some states it's all about taking the amount of time you've been married, and then that's the amount of time you have to pay alimony. But one thing that is true, the longer you're married, the more alimony you are going to owe. But you need to find out. You need to find out if there was a 10-year rule or not. So you need to do your research, my friend. And you need to look into your options. And yeah, you might need to work more hours. I know that sucks. I mean, you're going to school full time, you're working full time. You're a man. I hate to say this, but you're going to have to bear up. You're going to have to clench those nuts, and you're going to have to work even harder. The world doesn't care about you, okay? The world does not give a motherfuck about you. And I can tell you that this woman you're married to, she don't give a fuck about you either, okay? Any broad that's going to drive around in your motherfucking car with your cameras, filming her, planning to cheat on some guy. And I wouldn't be surprised if she knew those cameras were filming her and this guy. She's looking to make a clean break, but she doesn't quite have the courage to break it off with you. And she's probably got it pretty good. She's pretty comfortable. She'd like to see if this can play out, and she can be able to bang this guy and have you there paying the bills as well. Meanwhile, why isn't she working? All right, she's got the kids to raise. Kids that don't give her any meaning in her life. I'm bored. Yeah, you got kids to raise, but you're bored. Really? Methinks you got your priorities screwed up, lady. No, you need to dump this bitch. You need to dump this bitch post-fucking-haste, all right? Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if she purposely got herself filmed in the hopes that you'd either dump her or as a form of shit test to see if she can have her cake and eat it fucking too. Either way, she clearly has no respect for you. She clearly doesn't care about you. If you have any self-respect at all, you get the fuck out, even if you got to take another fucking job, even if you got to be a fucking Jamaican, like on that In Living Color, that skit they had the fucking Jamaicans working 37 fucking jobs, okay? Even if you got to work 2 or 3 fucking jobs, it's better than this. Don't embrace apathy, my friend. Look at what apathy has done to America and the West in general. People have given up the fight against feminism, against leftism, and let cultural relativism and cultural Marxism defeat us in the culture war. And now the West is becoming a commie pinko hellhole. Don't embrace apathy. Get the fuck out no matter how hard you have to work. It'll make you stronger, more self-sufficient, and you'll have a lot more self-respect. And then you'll be able to snag yourself a better broad later on, or maybe just stay single, because the truth of the matter is, being married in this day and age, no benefits for a man. Anyway, let me know what you all think in the comment section. Is the advice I'm giving this guy red-pilled and on the money, or am I just way off base? Let me know in the comments, and please like and subscribe to my BitChute channel, bitchute.com/The Realist Philosopher. And again, if you really like and appreciate the raw red pill nature of my content, you might want to consider going and checking out my website, TheRealistPhilosopher.com. That is TheRealistPhilosopher.com. Clicking on all of the social media links, checking out everything I have to offer on my website. And if you really like what I'm doing, clicking on that donate button. I can really use your help, guys.